Hey, my mic is just like on. I'm not gonna do that whole thing where I'm quiet for a second. I'm just gonna be straight on the mic. So me and Luna are together here in my undisclosed location room. And actually, it's funny,
Charles can't draw anime titties. Charles can't draw anime ass.
I just made that like my, you know how some people have like animated transitions? So I turned that little animation I made into my transition. Now what I'm curious about though is, if I think about other people I know who have like video transitions, how do they handle it if they want to do, say, go to like a waiting screen and then they don't want the transition anymore? I don't see a way to do that. Like, I only want it to be my opening. What, do you have to like manually go to the thing and go, fade? And then when you change it's normal? I guess that must be the answer. This is sweet. So just like a quick note on why I look like a scary alien hallucination. I don't have my green screen set up and I'm not really sure if there's gonna be space in this room to do that, so it's gonna be like evil Charles. I'm comfortable like this. Sorry if you're not, but I'm fine. So also sorry for this fucking nonsense, which is my headphones hitting the microphone. I hate it when I'm watching the VOD and it does that. Ugh. It's so offensive. Good day, aggressively green screen Charles. Good day. Although I was just saying this is actually the result of no green screen. But I also why even have it at all, you may be wondering. It's because I want to I have this old Android phone, a Motorola G6, I think. G5 Play or G6, I can't remember which, but I was testing it out as a webcam, and like I've done this before, but I don't think I had tried like the USB style approach. Like if I go like this, you can kind of see my face, which is horrible. So yeah, so basically just like a hardwired camera, because my old one, the Razer, like I'll hold it up for you because I have it here. Not that you'll be able to really see it. Yeah, you can see it. Can you see this? It's been held together by rubber bands for a while now because the hinges on it, oh my god, case in point, the hinges on it are broken. And it never was like a very good camera to begin with, I'm sorry to say. I did all the fucking, I like fundraised to get this camera too, and like it just fucking sucked. I can see the wobble. Well, to be fair, it's also on like a tripod where it's not like, it could be wobbling around because of the tripod, but anyway. You're naturally neon outline for me. Use music. Of course. Oh my god, and rubber bands are preserving it now, yeah. Well, the nice thing about it, and it's like, it's nice. It's not like so nice, but there is like a ring light attached to it, which is why it's like a circle like that, and you can turn it on and off, like it doesn't have to be on all the time, but honestly, pretty minimal benefit if I'm being honest. It just, even with the ring light, you still needed to have like good lighting in your room, so it really just stressed the importance of like your setup being good overall. Like it couldn't fix things that were bad. Okay, so I came here today to draw this guy. I'm not gonna show you my other documents. I'm sorry, you need to be on my Patreon for that. Everything's Patreon now. Just kidding. But a lot of it is. Not a lot of it. More just like work that I definitely would not be posting anyways. Anyway, this guy, he was in my comic roughs as sort of a not recurring character. I was thinking to myself, like, I definitely have that, like, Oda, One Piece Oda thing going on where, I don't really, I don't find it hard to make up characters And then when I make up the characters, people are like, oh, that's interesting. And then it's like not hard to give them like a backstory if you needed them. Like it's always easy to like expand a concept, basically. I think some people really struggle with that. They struggle to make like a million random guys or whatever. I am not really that way. But maybe I'm being too gutsy. And if I had to do One Piece, then I would start to struggle with it. I don't know. By the way, this is a stout fellow. Yeah, he's fucking thick. I sort of thought to myself, I was like, oh no. Like, when I designed him, I was like, are people gonna be, like, into this guy? And I guess that is sort of why I am drawing him more. Sorry, I don't like my alien face properties, I think. Or sorry, properties. I don't like my alien face, feed, because earlier I had it, like, really tuned so that you can only really see like this, and there was no like shading on my face. That's what I prefer. I like just the eyebrow mouth rolls. Hello, says Chad. Hello, Chad. I keep hitting my Cintiq, it's driving me crazy. I was saying all kinds of stuff earlier, now I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, this guy, yeah, I sort of looked at him and I was like, they be liking chunky guys. They be liking chunky dilfs online. So I was like, yeah, why not draw him? I think, I haven't really been keeping track of time, but I think it's probably been like a week or more since I streamed, right? Which I think I need to take the time off because I'm still kind of trying to like adjust to everything that happened, but I started feeling the pull again of being like, I need to learn. Oh my god. Sorry, somehow Siri is activated. Anyway, I just like the pull of like, I should start mahjong again, and like, oh, I should start streaming again. I should start drawing again. I've certainly been keeping busy. I think like Monday, all I did was like sit in here and just like draw. I was just like non-stop drawing. It was good. But yeah. What else was I guess I wanted to stream more too because, well, first of all, I need to make sure, I need to keep working on my audio setup. Because, as I've said in the past, every time you move somewhere new or you like do it in a different room or something, the way sound is bouncing off the walls is changing, so you have to change everything. So, just working on that, and then, I don't know, this one's a bit like, maybe this is like too much of deep thoughts or whatever, but like, I was like, I was putting, this is embarrassing, I'm embarrassed. I was putting together a best of server, or a channel in my server because like pinned tweets having a limit of 50 is not good enough. And then there were also things that aren't like, sorry, not pinned tweets, pinned messages in Discord are not enough. And then I was thinking like, well, there are things that are not in Discord that my friends do that are funny that I want to keep around, or things they say that are wise, art wisdoms. So while I was setting that up, there are like one or two things I've said on stream that are like super funny, so I like went to go get those. But then I was looking at the rest of my clips and I'm like, god damn, like I'm not funny and my stream setup is bad. I mean, I didn't think that about all the clips. Like a lot of them are good, but like I guess it just made me think like I should probably stream more and I should probably be more funny. Not possible for me. I'm super not funny. I think I'd rather be super not funny than like and be myself instead of the alternative. I don't know. Honestly, doing like comedic content and like, getting a lot of attention, that's really not like that's not kind of like what I'm after in life. I mean, it'd be nice if it happened, but to be honest, like there are plenty of podcasts and streams and whatnot out there that are not based on the person being like 24/7 funny and like you just like to see their work or hang out. I think that those streams are also valid, and I think that this is one of those streams. These are just all your excuses for being mediocre. Churls. Just kidding. Anyways though, yeah, so I took a little reprieve from streaming and that was good for me. Hopefully I'll be back after this. Whoa! Holy shit! Whoa! Oh my god! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh!
Hello friend chat, I am deep within the muted work dimension, but I enjoy your new neon vibe being VTuber setup.
Thanks, Jordan. I appreciate it. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Disgusting thumbs up. There it is. You can see this. I know you have me muted, but you can see this. So yeah. Anyways. Okay, how did I do this before? Every time I move or do anything, my headphones are like click, 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 like on the mic, and it's driving me nuts. I think I just had the cord hung a certain way, and then that stopped it. So I'll try. I have just now tried moving it, and hopefully that will be enough. I had a really fucking weird dream last night, and it wasn't super long, the part that was weird, so I'll just tell you quickly. I've been having a lot of weird dreams lately, but this one was I had a dream that, like, we were once again householding and I was moving away, but at the time, in this reality of the dream, I wasn't dating Chad. I was dating this awful ex-boyfriend who, if you're familiar with the Churls lore on Twitter, then, like, you know about him because he's, like, the black materia guy. Like, he's, like, your soul is... He sent me this long email that was, like, very abusive verbally. And he was like, your soul is like the black materia. So I had a dream that I was dating that guy still, and he was forcing me to move to Mexico because we had nowhere else to go. And it wasn't somewhere like nice in Mexico, it was somewhere bad. And I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to learn the language. And I was getting like very serious about it. And then I was like calling my dad and I was like, Dad, you can't make me move out. My ex-boyfriend is making me move to Mexico. Think about the consequences of your actions. So anyway, I'm really glad that dream wasn't real and that Chad is my boyfriend. Excuse me, he's my roommate. That was a Freudian slip. Chad is nothing more than my roommate. Anyways, I had a really cool dream the other night too, which was that the artist and Twitter poster 3 Eliza, but like with a 3 instead of an E. I commissioned her to do like a huge back tattoo on me, and it wasn't like Yakuza style back tattoo. It was like it looked almost kind of like Art Deco, or like whatever was the phase before Art Deco that was all about like brutalist line. Or it's not fucking brutalism, but you know what I mean. It's like grand, architectural, sweeping, like golden figure going like this type. You know that era of art. Anyway, Art Nouveau. I don't know if that is Art Nouveau. I think it is. I think it actually is Art Deco, and Art Nouveau is the thing that I thought I was saying. Art Deco is like this super straight lines, like Gotham City looking shit, right? And Art Nouveau is like the flower ladies. And like Le Cat Chateau Noir or whatever. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so it was more kind of like Art Deco, but like the overall design scheme was like Art Deco, like not the characters. Anyway, she was giving me a huge Art Deco back tattoo that was about the plot of Final Fantasy XIV, a game that I have not completed. And she's like putting, like, I think at the base of my neck it was like Emmett Selch and the other guy who's evil with like long hair. And she was like putting the finishing touches, like, cause it was like a pyramid, right? She worked up from the bottom, and then at the top was Emmett Selch and the other guy. And people in the dream were asking me like, do you really like Final Fantasy XIV? Wow, you must be a big fan. And I was sitting there like, actually, I haven't really played it. Deco's Gotham Nouveau's flowers. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Anyways, so yeah, it was more Art Deco type drawing. It was, yeah, it was a funny dream. I liked it, I thought it was good. I've made him like so, I always do this when I draw characters going like that. I like, one of their arms is always like a lot lower than the other. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't have to be that good. You can just make it sort of good. Oh yeah. I was gonna make this picture larger. Because right now I think it has like a low resolution and stuff, because I pasted this from another document. Image size. It is small, but the resolution's fine. 1000. So it's gonna be all shitty low res now, but that's okay. We're gonna paint over it anyways. I feel a little guilty having only prepared this to do a stream, but it's like not a big deal. If you don't like it, you can watch someone else's stream. Might I suggest that my acquaintance M_D_C_T_ is on day 2 of a marathon. No, sorry, excuse me, not a marathon stream. Is doing a marathon stream the second day in a row. So which is to say, he did one yesterday and he's doing one again today. They're separate streams though. But that I noticed that he was streaming like right when I started, and I was like, you know, I shouldn't be streaming. I should watch that instead. But actually, if you yourself stream, the answer is almost always to not do that and to just do your own stream. It's sad but true. So I'll catch that later. But anyway, if you don't like this streamer, if you want an interesting stream, if you're freakish, multi-track drifter of a human being, then watch that stream as well. It's sure to be entertaining, I'm sure. Like more so than this one was what I was trying to say. Because this isn't gonna be. I'm just gonna draw this DILF, which I mean, I don't know, is he a DILF? What's the age range? What's the age range for like DILF versus Grand DILF? I'd say this guy is like 50 or close to it. Maybe even older. Doc in one ear, Churls for the other for some power streaming. Those are two very different. Well, somebody else would have to say. To me, those are two very different flavors of streamer. And actually, usually a good combination. Because once I really get going on the art streams, I don't really do a lot of talking. It's mostly working. So, whereas I think Doc doesn't stay silent as much. What is going on with the bottom half of the... It must be something about the lighting in here. No idea. I mean, this is just like settings soup for this camera. I always really hate, the hands on hips position. It's so, what do you call it? It's, non-intuitive. It's so unintuitive. So sorry, I'm just trying to... No! Why have you done this? What's happening? Sorry, I got to figure out why this is all fucked up. This is really fine. I mean, it's... You were not really seeing much anyways. Let's be honest. There we go. How did I have it before? Gee, I hope it was like this. It was not like this. Crap. Fuck. Shit. Hell. Damn. It's like that, probably? Oh no. Look, it's all different now. It's making me look too weird. So weird. It's fine. We're just gonna fiddle with some settings and not look quite as scary. That's horrible. Yeah, this is more what I was looking for. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? I bet I know what it is. If I get notifications on this phone, it will destroy it. That's my guess. What is transfer? And okay, so what if I? How do I put it on Do Not Disturb, like complete? Not just silent, but just like fucked. Stop! Okay, airplane mode perhaps? Yeah, that might be cute. Okay, we'll try that, and then we'll try. This is getting in the way of my beautiful art. This is destroying my beautiful art. Okay, that's better. That is better. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It's, you know, I have my vision. I have my fucking vision of what I want. Oh, this just gave me an idea. I have a friend who's working on a project for, rotoscoping. Basically, they want an outline of the face like this. Instead of drawing with pen, what if you simply ran it through a filter that was really good? And then you clipped off the part that you needed. That would save a lot of work, wouldn't it? Fuck. I'll have to tell them about this, but that's stupid because it is a good suggestion, but I don't know how to do it really, like in the programs that are relevant, so maybe it's not very good. I just have Goron Toho going. I could probably have something else. It's kind of loud. What's more, it's a little bit loud. Let's listen to my favorite. trying to think of some small talk. This is, I thought of the worst possible small talk ever, which is... I can't remember the name of the manga because it's a little bit too long, but I caught up on a manga today that I really, really like. The plot is... both of the main characters have huge titties. One of them is it's a hetero PG-13 or even like PG romance plot manga. I'll link it. I'll figure out the name of it. I'll say it in the chat later. It's mostly pretty wholesome. Like there's no to the chagrin of Charles, there's so far not been any fucking in the manga. But yeah, it's really good. I hadn't read it for a couple months because I was waiting for it to amass more, do more. I think everybody knows this already, but my hobby is reading webtoons and josei manga. There's just something so satisfying about it. It's funny too because Chad, as far as I can tell, really hates them, and I really love them. I find it relaxing. I don't know what it is. not only do I find it relaxing, but also you can get a lot of good like art references from it. I guess that's what I find fun. I'm disgusting. My disgusting, gross habits. No, they're really not. They're really normal habits. And if you don't think so, that's alright. But they're normal. It's basically like I'm getting to that certain kind of age, alright? Where if I was a normal white woman, like the most normal white woman, I'd probably be like really into vampires or like Nora Jones, is that her name? The romance novelist? Anyways, I'm getting to that age. So, what's filling the hole for me, no pun intended, is PG-13 up to R-rated, up to XX rated webtoons and comics. And that's just how it is. And I believe in radical honesty. So I'm saying it. Did you mean Nora Roberts? Yes, I did. Nora Jones is like a musician, right? Is she Ravi Shankar's daughter? Anyway. She's like a jazz singer, I believe. They used to be playing her shit in Starbucks. But no, the person I was referring to is indeed Nora Roberts. Only we had... Last time I stood up and tried to put my hands on my hips, my whole camera just like exploded. Let's try it again. I'm glad I knew that. Brand saved, says Kaz. Yes, brand saved. I can't make sense of what I'm doing. Hold on, what I want to see is the arm muscle. Useless. You think I can see what that looks like? I can't. I'd say that's flat and there's a dip in it. Okay. And then it's... Okay. I have to fake put my hands on my hips up here like this. Okay. Yeah, but see, I have witch fingers. This guy does not have witch fingers and I do. I have witch fingers and girl hands. And I make different expressions with them. They're different. Hey, what's going on? Thanks. Just my settings for my freaking weird camera are weird. Imagine that. Okay, so we're gonna say it's actually this. I found a really cool resource yesterday, which was it was a Twitter account, and it was called Human Anatomy for Sculptors. But actually, it was great for just art overall, I found. So I put in my list of cool art on Twitter. I have witch fingers, should go on your quotes list. I don't know if I think that's too self-evident and not funny enough. Everybody knows I have witch fingers. Anybody who's seen my hands knows I have witch fingers. And witch hands. You can't tell, because I'm just a weird alien woman on a fucked up video feed, but if we were here in person and we matched our hands together like this as a type of friendship gesture, you'd find that my hands are not small, which is funny because I'm so small. I just have these huge, powerful hands for doing art. They're not, I'm saying they're like huge and powerful. They're not like, they're really thin. Not really thin. They're pretty thin, but they're pretty large, is what I'm trying to say. The perfect hand exists. It was given to Charles to do art with.
See the lighting on his tit anymore.
I probably need to do like an overlay layer and do that. Too stupid. Too fucking stupid to use references to figure out how to draw this very vaguely fat guy. It's really large and not fat. He's both. He's both and he's beautiful. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I changed my transition so we can look at this normally. Okay, so first of all, I made this animation recently, but if you'll check out the text, I've changed it because we're in a different arc now. We're in the training arc. So what that means is I've got a couple goals for the next however long. I'm gonna tell you about my goals. Here are my goals. The first goal is I need to learn Mahjong. At least, like, we'll say, like, to this sort of, like, medium. We'll say, like, my goal is to get to intermediate. Get past the beginner level. My second goal is to learn how to use the application called Blender. Because I've been saying for a long time, gee, I want to learn how to use Blender. I want to make PS1 style models of Milady and Knight. And, like, I just want to know how to use it as a professional. Like, all those things are true. And a while ago I did some tutorials. I did like a donut tutorial, you know, the one. And that was it, and then I stopped. But I think I need to get serious. So those are two of my goals. And then what was the third goal? I had one. I think the third goal was something like kind of stupid, which it was basically just like do more or something like that. Like, I think it was stream more actually. Which, yeah, I guess my brain filed that away as, like, stupid goal. But hey, anyways. Oh, I know what it was. It was like, draw certain kinds of pictures more, which, like, for the purposes of this stream, probably wouldn't be all that interesting for me to talk about. But, you know, I guess it is my stream. I guess I could talk about it. Turtles, that was a great screen. A+ screen. Oh, you like that? Jordan? You like that? I think you're still muted, but I'm gonna show you this anyways. Check this out.
Charles can't draw anime titties. Charles can't draw anime ass.
I think before I had made that little animation, ostensibly one of the, like, goals of the three that I just mentioned was to just, like, sit and draw anime titties and anime ass until I was really good at it and, like, stream that. I'm like, yeah, I could still do that, but, I don't know, I feel like I'm pretty good at it already. Like, I just need a reference. But it depends. I mean, like, I wonder what Gnomebin would say. Oh, Jordan's showing that he's muted. Muted Mallory. Oh man, I can see it in wait, how can I see it in chat? How's that allowed? How am I allowed to see that? Do you see in chat? There's like a little muted. Did Jordan pay for like that swag, or is that like something you can show, or just have to visit the library? I mean, pretty much, yeah. So what I was saying before I interrupted myself was, really we need Nobin here to tell us what he thinks is kind of like the ability to draw anime tits and asses, because if we're just working from references, I can clearly do that. It's no problem. Like, I can do that. As you can see from this, I'm able to draw anime titties, I'm able to draw anime asses, but I looked at references to do that. I mean, like, I couldn't, if you just asked me to be like, do anime titties, like, no, I probably couldn't do it. I mean, I could, but, you know, it wouldn't feel like the real thing. New icon options, you can indicate. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. But, like, that's, so for someone like Jordan, that's really cool. And I guess, I mean, even, like, not seeing video, that's cool, too, because then you're like, oh, you can just talk to the person instead of giving them, like, a visual. That's, like, good if you interact with your chatters. But, like, isn't that also, like, a major invasion of privacy as well? Am I wrong? I mean, I guess it's a toggle-able status. So, I'm wrong from the start, but it's just funny to me, I don't know. This old-fashioned Charles has got a lot to understand. It's not automated, you have to click the icon and select. Well, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Yeah, I still have them. Bleh. Well then. That's cool though. That's different. That's certainly different. I'm just trying to think of a use case where I myself would use it. I can't think of anything. Like, I get why everybody else would do it. I especially understand why like Jordan would do it. But, the rest. But the rest. I really need to... I'm just gonna leave it like this. Shut up. Everyone's shutting up. Not good. Forget anime titties. What about, like, clothes folds? That's something, like, no artist is capable of doing. As far as I'm aware. If you show me one, I'll tell you no, it's fake. Just turn this guy into like a Ren Fair guy by giving him the shirt laces. This is really frustrating. I've been listening to only one song on repeat for like the past days. And I'd really like to listen to it again, but I can't because I have desktop audio on, and I will get in trouble because it's not a song that's got on music. So I think what I'll do, I will just stop streaming my mod channel, because fuck you guys, and I'm going to just, that way I definitely don't need it on for any reason, and then I can turn off the audio monitoring with the Glora music. I did. Also, it was a little bit loud, maybe, compared to me. Monitor and monitor off. Thank you. Now I can listen. Ooh, I just saw the real camera feed for the camera, and I hate it. What can I say? I hate it. All right, so my song. If you can hear it, you're, that's wrong. You can't hear it, right? No, you can't. Perfect. The perfect life. Charles is living the perfect life. Anyway. Look, I'll say this. I'm frustrated, because I don't have a body like this guy, and I don't know how to get one. I guess I know how to get one, but I don't have a body like this guy, and I don't know how to draw his shirt. Like, it has to be like this, kind of, I think. It's like, you know, it's not like a kind of shirt that you can really, like, readily look up. So that's, you know, like a lot of the studies and stuff I do, it's like, modern clothes studies? Anyway. Stop complaining. Start doing art. What about that? I think you have to work as a stevedore and drink a lot of beer to get that. I think... Man, I'm in a bad headspace lately, and by bad I mean, like... And by lately I mean the past 10 years of my life or more. And by bad I mean, like, going to the gutter immediately, because my off-the-cuff response to what you typed was gonna be, no, I think you just have to fuck a lot. And that's not true! It's not how you get that body. I guess it's like what I was saying earlier, like I thought everybody, for some reason I can imagine so many people online being like, I love him, or whatever, so, which is why I'm drawing him. Just to come full circle again. Just to come full circle. Bleh. Bleh. I'm just kidding when I make those noises. It's kind of like Limmy's like, bleh thing that he does. Except for me, it's like vomiting noises, I guess. I mean, this guy's looking okay. Like, let's look at the... He certainly looks a lot more massive. Massive. As I said, I have witch fingers. I don't want to give him my witch fingers, but I'll try giving him something similar. Hand pose-wise. Oh baby, I saw something yesterday that made me so mad. It was an art thing. I'll tell you about it. It's, I mean, I think I already... So if you're in Combat Dome and you read all the stuff that I post in it, you'll know about this already, so you can just, like, tune out for this. But, so there's an artist that I really like who, mainly they sell shirts of, like, really lovingly digitally painted anime girls that are weird in some way. Like, they're all, like, gooey or whatever. So they posted, like, a progress video, and they're like, here, check out this cool progress video. It's the first time I've done one of these. Like, this took me about 2 hours, and all that it was like a detail shot of, like, an anime eye. And the way that they, blocked in the colors, instead of painting, like let me give you an example real quick. Okay, so, like, one way that you, the way, in fact, not one way, but the way that you think that you get values in, like, a picture is, like, you know, you're just slamming it down, okay? Just like this guy, you're just slamming it down. That's what being a painter is about. You're just slamming it down, okay? So you do that, right? So you've kind of like blocked it in, right? And you have a shape, and then you go back later and you I don't have a keyboard shortcut for this. Then you do that. And that's kind of how you get, like, values, right? Like, you paint it. You get a painting of values, and then if you want, later, if you want a certain effect, you come back in and, like, you embellish it, I guess, say? And then that, you know, that further shapes it in a way that's interesting, or, like, it brings stuff to attention that's really interesting. But the point is you start with kind of like a messy. Alright, so that was Charles's lesson, okay? So what that person did instead was they made it like paint by numbers, like this. And then like they like further subdivided sections like this. And then they like came back in and I want you to remember how short it took me to do that thing I just did. It was very brief compared to this approach, which is not brief at all. And I'm not saying that one way is not valid and the other way is valid, but me as an artist, I really resent the concept that instead of using a painterly style, you have to lay it down this way. I would die. And they didn't, there was like no smudge tool usage either. It was just like, fuck you, color this till it looks right. Like, just keep coloring it. And use little tiny lines like this. Do it, you little bitch. Like, that was the... This seems less efficient. Hi, Glumbaron, by the way. And sorry I, like, read your message so weird. The master of funny voices. That's me. Anyways. Fuck to that. That's how virgins do. That's how virgins color. If you want to be what is the fucking Chad versus... Okay, if you want to be an art Chad, you'll do it the way I showed you, damn it. That's the real way. Other ways are fake. That's not true. You actually... But here's the real fucker of it all, is that, sorry. The fucker of it all is you have to just do what works for you. Including if you have a really long process that other artists would consider tedious. If that's all you know how to do, and that's how you work best, or that's how you work best, like, we can't take that away from you. Sorry. But, I don't know, sometimes, like, when people are like, tutorials or whatever, they're like very strongly implying that if you don't say, everyone's art is different, or if you open by saying,
I've been seeing a lot of people do like this and that's wrong.
like, shut up, like, fuck off. Shut the fuck up. Like, I guess, what do I hate so much about it? Because I like getting instruction. I guess it's like, I'd rather get it in a certain way instead of you trying to go viral with, like, shitty advice. Like, why don't you present it different? Like, there must be a balance between learning new methods and refining your own methods. Yes, and also you have to know, like, what works for you and what doesn't. And you also have to know, like you heard how I concluded that statement about, like, if this works for you, you should do it, and you shouldn't, like, relearn your whole fucking process. Like, I think that person is doing something that works for them because they, or, you know, it seems that way to me anyways. They have, like, a store and they sell merchandise and it seems pretty popular. And as I said, I'm a fan of the artist myself. So they have to be doing something right. Where am I? I feel like I was just riding a bus that was going like 170 miles per hour, and then they got to my stop and like let me get off. And now I'm like, what? Huh? Because I was just, you know, I was seized by my passion, and then just as quick my passion left me. Well, anyways. Thank you. Earl Shrek. Thanks, Awesomematic. That rocked. Hey Boots says, sometimes you just get dragged along by your own thoughts. That's like constant my existence. Also, hey Awesomematic, if you're watching this and you have like audio on and can hear me and stuff, I feel like maybe you would appreciate this original character that I made up. I don't know. Maybe you'd appreciate him more if he was like a girl or something, but still, why the fuck did I say that on stream? I'm so sorry. Hey everyone, Awesomematic is gay! I'm kidding. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, it's not even like, it's not even saying that the person is gay, it's just saying that the person likes girls who are tough. Which is a great way to say someone is gay. I'm hearing you, lol. Hey Boots says, I looked up. Mangadeck says the Fat Tits comic is called, everyone listen, after reuniting with my childhood friend, it turns out both of us had become titty monsters, but I feel like maybe that's not the best translation. If I read the Romaji or Japanese text, I can probably tell you what it means, but I mean, yeah, that is the plot of the manga, so hey, what can I say? Anyway, does everyone want to know the lore about this guy in Milady's story? You guys want to know? You guys want to know? Sorry, I'm fiddling my settings. Osanana Jimi. Ya. Bisa ni. Sakai shitara otagai kyonyu. Kyonyu ni natteta. Yeah, have become otagai kyonyu? Is that like saying like big titty cats? I'd like to see the direct translation of this. Jimmy, that's probably like childhood friend. Yeah, Saikai. Kyonyu, it probably does mean titty monster. Regale us with tales of the lovable dad man. Okay, so he's like extremely a bit character in this Far From the Blue Land. So like, man, if I say anything, it's gonna be spoilers though. I mean, it's so minimal spoiler. Like, I mean, it's like the premise. So we've all seen Milady. Milady's Milady's walking a just path. You know how some people go on like pilgrimages and stuff, and I'm mostly thinking of in the East, like so in the East or in general, you're going on like pilgrimages to temples, you're doing certain things. Oh, fucking Lady Yuna, Summoner Yuna, she's doing a pilgrimage as well. Maybe that's a better metaphor, although it definitely isn't the plot of Final Fantasy X for like a million reasons. So, but Milady is traveling around, and in each place that she stays, she's doing like, she's doing good deeds, which for her is like, well, fixing shit, but the main way that she fixes shit is that she can heal like minor problems or injuries. Like if you broke your arm and Milady was in town, Milady could fix it. So this guy is just going to get his tooth fixed by Milady, and she fixes it. And he's like, "You guys remind me of back in my day." Because I don't know if you can tell this from his like his insane fucker physique, but he was also once a swordsman, like Knight was. Anyway, that's the most I'll allow myself to tell you. I put it in deep L, but it couldn't handle it. LOL. Hey, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna stop my whole stream and do it. I don't give a fuck. That's the kind of woman I am. Okay. The Big Boob Gender Equality Couple manga is what I have it called in my threads. Okay. Live tweeting! Load the message, fucka! Okay, wait, okay. Okay. God damn this manga though. It got me so... That manga was driving me insane. I'm sorry, they do so many things. It's like they saw my soul and they were like, we're gonna make this for her. We're gonna make this for Churls. It's driving me literally insane. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for it in the combat tome. I just searched boobs, and I'd like to share this boobs message that I typed on April 1st, 2022. The message is this. I had a dream that a doctor did something to my boob ligaments to make my boobs appear bigger, but when I got out of surgery, everyone, Mom, Chad, and the rest, were yelling at me and telling me that they looked like shit and I shouldn't have ruined my boobs. Even the surgeon was like, well, the originals were really good and it was hard to figure out how to make them better. Like, as if he also felt like, this is a real shame how I'm fucking up these boobs. Funny. It gave me joy. Alright, but where is the big boobs? Oh, I can't find it. It won't let me load it for some god-forsaken reason. I had, like, replied to it properly and everything. This is driving me bonkers. Is it because streamer mode is on? Let me do that. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
This is making me so mad! Boob. So you're telling me that searching my server for boob is not like the way to do this? Okay, how about cosmetic. Oops. What the fuck? I'm so mad! You telling me I have to like Google this shit? I'm furious. I don't remember that post. Good, I'm glad I read it then. It's so funny because I think, that wouldn't happen in real life. And then, well, okay, it would a little bit. I think Chad would be mad. And I think my mom would also be mad, but I don't think everybody else would be mad. Because I don't think everybody else would know. They just, suddenly I'd have big, huge tits one day and they'd be like, okay. Like, they wouldn't necessarily connect that I had had surgery. Like, they'd just be like, maybe her tits got really big. It happens. It happens. Okay, we are gonna look this up. A titty okay, here's the actual Japanese script. Okay, so we're gonna say
Japanese translate.
Yoju soy some ga ni sai kai. Fucking what? Yo, you say? Yeah. This doesn't fucking make sense. Like there's some information missing here. Okay, what? That's not the full title, or is it? It's like it's missing more of the title. They only have the partial title there, so I can't translate it. Try this again. Haha, they have it translated into Italian as well. The world loves the big titty manga. That seems like it would be obvious, but you know, this is not. When my childhood friends met again after a long time, they both became big tits. Otaga Kyonyu. I'm pretty sure Kyonyu is just a big tit. The title is basically like they both became big-breasted. Yeah, the titty monster thing is like a flair of the translator. So, mystery solved. That's not a direct translation at all. I'm back from the muted dimension. Are you thinking about getting augmented? No, no. I was reading a dream out that I had because, so I've been reading this, wholesome, actually, manga about, this girl and this guy reunite and they were childhood friends, and now that they've reunited as adults, they both have huge titties. Like, the guy has, like, muscle titties, like, you know, like Knight's fat tits, basically. And she has normal fat tits of a woman. So, and they're having, like, a lighthearted romance, and I was just saying that I had caught up in the manga, and that it was kind of like Churl's Kryptonite, because they sort of, identified everything that I like to read about in these Japanese romance stories. It's still PG-13 rated, nothing bad has happened, but, and by bad I mean sexual, but, they're starting to, like, I didn't come out and say it, what I liked about it, but basically the male lead is like, I want to fuck her, so, like, I like that about it, because, and the rest of it, of course, is an excoriation of, Japanese dating customs, because they're fucking awful and stupid. I mean, they're not. But yeah, so, and as I was looking for that, and maybe I'll link you on Discord later or something, Jordan, because I think you would like it. And, but yeah, I was... brain fart. Okay, as I was looking for that in my combat dome, I couldn't find it, because I wanted to translate the title, because there was, like, there's some weird stuff going on with that. So I just searched for the word boobs, and I found a dream where I had gotten surgery, like, a dream that I have written about that I had, where I got surgically augmented, but everybody was really mad at me for it, and they're like, you ruined your perfect tits, which is such a funny dream to have, because you'd think it'd be the opposite. Like, thank God, she finally got big titties. Sex is the most bad thing there is. Where am I incorrect? Link me up. Oh no. I'll link you up after my stream. Absolutely. Good. I always love to have a fellow appreciator. Not of titties, just of great art. That's so stupid, fellow appreciator of titties. Is there someone on Earth who doesn't like them? Sorry, everyone likes them. Even if you're not attracted to... There's all kinds of boobs out there to be attracted to. Anyways, alright, I was going to say something after I said that. What the fuck was it? Doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, so that translation is embellished, was the point. I guess I was just talking about the part of Melindy's story. I want to show you guys the rest so bad, but it's Patreon content only. I'm really embarrassed about, like, I'm still so deeply work in progress with Milady's story. Like, it would make you sick. Can I say something else about Milady's story? It's so freaking hard to make the characters. They're too good for each other. Milady and Knight are like, the sexual tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Like, as a writer, it's like, you have to like write around it constantly. Like, no, they're not, no, you guys are not doing this. Like, stop, you're not, stop. We're going back, we're editing it, stop. Think about other things. Milady, you've got a mission here. It's like, no, these characters just want to fuck so bad. They have minds of their own. And they want to fuck. Man's inclination to embellish some fat tits. Like, you need to hose your character. I do need to hose my characters in. Knight would never cut their sexual tension with He would do it, but he would wait till the part of the plot where it makes sense to do it. But don't take it from me. I think you should wait and find out and see what happens. Some canonical cold showers. I mean, close friends in the chat understand. I've devised some like really twisted scenarios where it's like, excuse me, awful shit happens, and then yeah, basically it's like one or both of them is like, we just have to pretend like that didn't happen because it was wrong. Because you take two people. I'll just spoil my whole fucking story. I'll probably delete most of the stream later anyways, because I've been doing that for Patreon shit. Probably not for this, actually. But, anyways, who cares if I delete it or not? The point is this. You take two characters who have, like, a very, principled life path that they're following, even if... And in the case of Knight, I think that they're, you know, he's much like a fucking actual kind of knight, and ostensibly you're not supposed to be fucking Milady. So he has very explicit reasons to avoid it. Milady's situation is a little bit different. Like, sorcerers in this world are kind of can do whatever. So if she woke up one day and was like, I think you should do it, then like she can make it happen. But like, but you know, because of who she is and everything, and because of her own principles about how she uses her powers and stuff like that, like, again, it's like ostensibly they have some kind of life path that they're both following, like playing their roles and stuff, and like how does that inform their actions? So they're both basically just like, I can't do this because it's not in line with my life path, and also it's like, and so therefore it's morally wrong. Hitting them with the squirt bottle. Focus on your mission! Yeah, that's basically how it turns out. I feel so fucking dumb talking about my characters. But it's okay. Again, I could always delete the stream if I was really upset. I'm going to open the window because it's getting dark, and also it is just dark outside. Oh, oh, you can kind of see her. Hi, girl! She's so cute. What little pointy you? Look out the window. There she goes. God, I love her. Freaky Luna. Because of the filter, but she is just Freaky Luna as well. Thunder is thundering, I'm scared. Woo! I think that's right. Oh, Looney dog. So sweet. Hello, Stinky. I mean, I think and hope that there's promise for setting up this room as like more of a green screened area. I've been thinking about how to do it, and I think if I taped my green sheet like to this wall, I probably could it probably could get the effect that I want. Or if I got additional sheets to put in various places, that would help too. Anyways. I mean, just leaving it like this is also very funny. I enjoying it. I can't believe I just dropped those huge Milady story spoilers. Oh my god. If it makes you feel better, I was doing M didn't catch them. That is just fine. It's just fine. It's definitely alright. I think that's only for hardcore Churls fans anyways. No big. I'm the type of person who overthinks things a lot, or like I'm like, oh, like I'm playing like 40 chess in my head at all times when it comes to socializing. And then it's honestly, you don't need to be. Not at all times. At a lot of times. I am though. But I usually just forget about it. Or, you know, like I try to have like I try to have friends I can go to where I'm like, oh my god, and then like if I can just have that time where I go, oh my god, then I'm like, I'm pretty good. Usually. Yeah, but I am the type to kind of like overthink or worry a lot about how I am treating others or coming off in situations. I need a different song to listen to on repeat. Hold on. You can't hear it. Don't try. Alrighty. Night's fat tits. This is not night, but night's fat tits. To draw this man's huge physique. Because that's what art is to me. Yeah, actually, okay, this is random and kind of going back to something I said much earlier. But if there's anybody in here who is a multi-stream watcher, can you explain how you do it? Because I sort of can't imagine. Do you choose by vibe, or are you just like, oh, so-and-so and my other favorite so-and-so are both streaming right now, like I gotta watch them both? Or do you do that and like do you mute one person and watch only the stream? Or do you like, how does it work out? Like, how do you do it? Again, I just can't imagine like how that would look like. I don't think I could personally do it. But I'm intrigued by how it's done. Like, I can understand basic multitasking, like I have music on that I'm listening to and enjoying, and I'm also drawing. That's a form of multitasking. If I really couldn't, like, endure a couple different things at once, then it would be really hard. Let's see. Glumbaron says, vibes and tabs. Wise. Yeah, I guess, see, now that makes sense to me. Like, if you had a lot of tabs open and, like, let's say you keep some muted and then, like, you sort of go back and forth, and if somebody's calmer, they can just be on and not muted, and you can just check sometimes. That seems okay. That seems kind of interesting. So what do we start with? Haha. Haha. Dude, he grew so much. He's so thick. He's so thick. Who could keep so many tabs open? Unthinkable. Sounds Awesomatic. I don't know who could do that. For people not in the know, Awesomatic often has at least 1,000 browser tabs open. Like, not exaggerating with that number, like a literal 1,000. Personally, I'm always rooting for Awesomatic to have as many tabs open as possible, and whenever Awesomatic reduces the tab amount, I scream and cry. Dare I put a twinge of highlight upon his cock? I'm sorry, I didn't want to say that. But I said it. You know what? I'm 32. And life is short. I'm just gonna say anything I feel like from now on and apologize for the problems it causes later. Time to do this. Actually, ever since the first time that I draw this guy's face, I haven't been able to draw it very well. I really nailed the look initially, and now it's not how it was. You know, Awesomatic, it suddenly occurred to me, the reason I thought that you'd like this guy, and I don't think you can see it in this picture, it's that he has a very, very long mullet that's in a braid. And so I kind of just was like, the neurons are firing in my mind, and Awesomatic, because there's a mullet. And also he big and strong, which I think there's few people who aren't fans of that, but I could be wrong. That's just my worldview. See, mullet, neuron activation. Yep, just like the picture of the monkey. By the way, speaking of like, okay, because, so like I mentioned earlier, I've been attempting to make, you know, not for the sake of being a historical record, but I have been making a historical record of the things posted in my Combat Dome Discord. And one of the things, the last time that image of the neuron activation monkey of the other monkey eating a banana image was posted, it was on some kind of like 90-day fitness type reality. It was for some kind of 90-day fitness reality show thing that I was watching and live tweeting about, where the personal trainer has to get fat whilst the trainee is working on some basic dietary and fitness changes. So the personal trainer JJ, he was getting like really thick, and I was like I was like, why is he complaining about having the perfect body? And I was basically like screaming, shaking, etc. And Automatic posted the neuron activation picture, at least I think it was you. And you're like, and she said, are you the monkey in this picture? And I was like, I'm both monkeys, because one of them is eating a banana. It looks like it's, you know, need I spell it out for you? I don't. But yeah, sorry, I'm such a freak, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm the most normal person to exist. Like, it's really is what it is. Sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is why I have like a Discord where I live tweet things and I make it so that like people can like mute channels and stuff so they don't have to like experience what I can be like. It's really funny, like... Okay, so Automatic remembers this, although I don't know if that was earlier, much earlier that you meant to say that, but it's okay, either way. We understand each other. We are vibing, we're on the wavelength. I feel like that was a sentence that I didn't finish. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Now I remember. For somebody who's ostensibly like, oh, big boob on man, or like large man, big boob, I'm like very I was mentioning about like compartmentalizing and making it easy to like mute me in my server, like, or not mute me, but you know, like mute certain topic matters. Like, as much as I enjoy rude jokes and stuff like that, the idea of making somebody uncomfortable because they couldn't like get away from topic matter that was sexual in nature, like that makes me so pissed off and mad. So like with my own life and like my own friendships, I always try to like really carefully gate that stuff, because like I guess at the end of the day what I'm really into is like, I feel like you should be able to choose the kind of experience that you're having in life. And so if ever I've not given someone the option to walk away from me when I'm talking about things they don't like or acting a way they don't like, then I've failed the person. I really feel that strongly about it, so. But it's a two-way street. Like, as much as that sounds like it might be a good thing to me, if you are moderating your life too much in that regard, I think that you can get, like, scared to talk or act or do anything. Like, I'm definitely that kind of a person of, like, once I get to know somebody and I'm like, and I know what the boundaries are, I'm like really comfortable just doing or saying anything. But, you know, because I know that I'm not hurting the person by doing it, but like you don't have that assurance until like year 2 or even year 4 of the fucking friendship, so. But even before, you know, more serious issues of like, I don't like how you're talking, like I need to be left alone about certain things, so, I don't know, like, I guess it's probably just because I have, like, some kind of form of low self-esteem, or, like, I really hate the idea that I could be bothering somebody, like, I can be... It can be definitely, like, a big obstacle to, like, intimacy, like, friendship intimacy, but, I mean, I guess romantic, too. But I've never really, I don't know, I've never struggled, so I couldn't tell you. I've been very lucky. Life has just handed me everything I needed in that regard. Probably because I'm a girl, I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Who knows or fucking cares? My life's perfect! No, it's not! But I wish, buddy, I wish they let me fuck the flag. Buddy, they don't even let me fuck it. That's how I feel about my so-called perfect life. It's not perfect. But it is important to sit here and, like, you know, not take things for granted. So that's kind of why I was flipping around and saying all kinds of stuff. Wow, this sure is a churl stream. I saw some wild nose painting tutorial the other, not like painting on top of a nose, but like painting a picture of a nose. You gotta get to know before emotional hole you can show. Awesome Headache, so true. Put that in my best of combat tone. Do it now. Screenshot. Save as. Post. That's the truest shit I've ever heard. You know, I heard something before that was like, if you use the smudge tool too much, that's the sign of an amateur. Suck my fat fucking dick. I'm a professional artist, and every choice I make is correct. That's what I have to say to that. But actually, so I wouldn't leave it like this probably. I mean, I might. Depends on how good it looks, but it is good for like finding the values that you need to like paint the picture. Sometimes. Ah, it's thundering! I'm actually shocked that the power hasn't gone out, because sometimes the power will just like, just during the day, in response to wind, I imagine. Fat helpos. Dude, she posted it. You gotta get to know before emotional hole you can show. Yes, I believe that belongs in Best of Combat Dome with my whole ass. But, oh, speaking of which, that it's sometimes, remember I was saying earlier, I was like, I'm so self-conscious about social consent. But beyond that, I'm just so self-conscious, I think, sometimes. Mostly it's like, I really hate appearing selfish because, like, I once had a former friend make me feel very bad by, like, constantly telling me that I was selfish in response to me, like, needing time away for my illness, basically, or needing any form of space. It was just... So obviously that's not true, but it impacted me pretty bad. So So today, like with this thing where I was like, like history. I like second guessed like a lot of the stuff that I wanted to put in there because it was too like me centric, which is stupid because it's I mean it's my Discord, like I get to pick what goes on the history. But yeah. Anyways, I can't believe I'm saying all this stuff. Like, it's interesting. Most of the time, like, I can function as, like, a human adult. I swear to you. Like, this is not, like, a big problem in my life, really, at the end of the day. It's just, like, if I think about how I approach some social interactions, like, I sort of feel, like, concerned for other people, and I feel like if I'm not... I guess I've been, like, really mistreated in the past, and so, like, the idea of, like, doing that to someone else is, like, very upsetting at times. And so you'd rather be the opposite, even if you were a freak to be the opposite. But that's not necessarily good, because then maybe you're, like, overdoing it. You never know. Actually, you do know. And the answer is you are overdoing it, so you should stop. Well, anyways, it's good to talk out loud and kind of figure out things like that and admit them. So that you don't just stay stuck in a rut about it. Anyways, you are all so blessed to be listening to Goron music while I listen to better than that music. It's an incredibly common trauma response. I think you're fine there. Yeah. You know, ever since the whole house colding incident forcing me to have to, like, think about the past, like, 25 years of my life, like, it's become very clear that, like, a lot of things that that I assumed were kind of like gospel truth or whatever, or like ways that I act or ways that I look at myself, or like were based on, the fact that like the people around me were being really terrible to me. So that's kind of like that's kind of a huge thing to go through at age 32 or whatever. But yeah, I still feel like I'm okay, like, or like this isn't as bad as it could be, or blah blah blah. Like I still feel kind of like good and lucky in some ways. But that stuff definitely did not have a good effect on me. I heard something kind of interesting the other day that, like, really... Luna is crying. It gave me, like, a really huge pause, which was that, like, some child psychologist was like... I was just, like, watching stuff on YouTube. And some psychologist said, like, kids need, like, a lot of help at home. Like you need to instill like routines and stuff in them, and like you need to help them with their homework. Like there's no kid that's good at that. Like it's just not. It's like they'll only be like that if they have structure in their household. And then I was like, what? And I was thinking back and I was like, my parents never did like any of that for me, like at all. Like it was like thinking back, it's like a weird amount of like don't give a shit. Like anyway, so not to get like too deep into it, but basically like understanding that a lot of that wasn't normal, it's really helpful, but also feel like it's coming really late in my life, and that makes me feel weird. Like I always had the sense of like, oh, you can see Luna. I always had the sense that like things were not quite right because I felt like so low self-esteem a lot of times, but then like, but nothing really seemed to be happening that was bad, and I felt like I was lucky because I had like at least some like form of parental presence in my life, and I had known people who had gone through like much worse, like neglect and stuff like that. So anyway, not to like talk about that whole house colding thing too much. I'm mostly just fucking glad that it's over. I even got like, I think I have mentioned this a couple times, but like I hadn't, at the time that I mentioned it, I hadn't like completely switched over to a new phone number to like make sure that, that wasn't going to be used as another like vector of like control over me by the person. But I switched over to pretty much like using that all the time. I kept my old number and I put it in like a really old phone that I have, so that on the off chance that I'm ever able to reclaim it, which like right now I definitely can't, I exhausted every possible avenue, but if I ever could reclaim it, I have like the SIM, the number's attached to it. Maybe if the account holder, gets incapacitated or something, I can jump in and be like, hey, phone company, please give me my number back. And I can get it. So like I still have it, but like I'm not taking calls on it. I keep it in airplane mode, or I just like keep it off, and like my new number is my new number, and then like that makes me feel a lot better because I have control over like who I'm giving it to, and I know like it's not gonna be somebody who's like calling me in the middle of the night, or like somebody I need to be like afraid of. Like I had gotten like scared of like answering my phone and stuff. I even get scared turning my burner phone on sometimes because I'm like, I don't want to see any weird texts or like people being mean to me on it, which is like something that would happen a lot. Like I think back in like January I got like really, or no, it was even earlier than that, November, I got like scared of checking my phone because like just so much awful shit was happening interpersonally that I was like just like the hearing the sound of the text message thing go off was like I felt like fear instantly. It was so bad. Anyway, my dog is noodling around. Hi, Moody. Let me see what Tammy is. Oh, it's so early, girl. No, go on the bed. Go on the bed. It's too early for everything. Come on. Hi, baby girl. Oh, baby girl. Wow. Oh, God, you're so mean, dude. You want to come sit with me? You want to come up here? Get up here. Get up here. Come here, stinky boy. She's on her complaining cube, which is what we call, I have this folded up foam rectangle that you can sleep on, but it's folded up right now into like a little cube, and she likes to sit on it when she's mad. Like that. Hello. Hello, you. Hello. Hey, Stinky. Oh, nice kiss. She's so pissed off right now. I think she's just bored. And she, of course, she hates talking as well. Isn't that right, you stinky slut? You hate talking. You hate talking, you little dog and fart girl. Well, I'll say